Hi guys. Hey Sush. Okay, so the other day it was my hold on. I don't know how this got unbuttoned so low. My pastor might be watching this. Hey Pastor Fry. So the other day, yesterday, it was my older brother's birthday, and we're a year apart, but we've always been close, right? Like as a kid, everything he did, I wanted to do when he was doing it. Like when he learned how to read, I was like, oh, we reading books now? Let me learn. That's not saying that I learned how to read early. That's saying that he learned how to read late. He's not good with words or verbs and nouns. I actually don't know what a verb is either, but I do know what a noun is. It's a person, a place, or a thing. Yes. So I really don't know what a verb is. Just leave me the definition of verb below the video. Thank you. Love you. So, whatever. What he did, I wanted to do. And he's always been cool. When you meet him, you like him right away. We talk on the phone like he's my homegirl. And people be like, who you talking to? That's your brother? Y'all, he don't get overprotective or doesn't get weird around you and dudes when you talk to him about men. And I'm like, no. I mean, it's not like I'm talking about men a ton anyway, okay? I'm busy. I got other things to talk about, like this new hair that I'm wearing. It's real. What was I saying? He's always been super cool. I talked to him about the guys that I like, and he would talk to me about the women that he was banging and the kids that he was ignoring. He ain't got no kids, but he would ignore other people's children. So on this particular night, a couple years ago, he lost his damn mind, okay? My friend called me and was like, yo, Marie, you home? I'm in the neighborhood, which I hate. I hate that phone call. Don't call me and don't come to my hood unannounced and uninvited and think that I'm going to buzz you in, because I'm not. I'm going to be in the window like, nope, not today. I'll pick up the phone. They'll be like, hey, Marie, you home? I'll be like, you where? In my neighborhood? Well, I moved. Are you in Japan? Because that's where I live now. Tell your father I said konnichiwa. Okay, all right, bye. Like, that's me always. But this dude called me and was like, hey, you home? I got some Wendy's. And I was like, oh my God, you got me a junior bacon cheeseburger and fries and nuggets and a Frosty? What? Hello? I'm coming outside. Like that, you can come to my house uninvited if you bringing me food. So I came outside, and this was like this Jamaican kid that I was cool with. We weren't hooking up. I wasn't interested in him. I had friend zoned the shit out of him. Oh, maybe he didn't know he was in the friend zone. He had to have known. He bought me food. That's a friend zone move, right? Right? Anyway, so we're sitting in his car. Now, he was one of these people that was really into his car. He had poured a ton of money into his car. It was like candy painted green or like turquoise or something, and the windows had tints on them, and the wheels were round. I think it was like a Mazda or a Honda Accord. And I was like, this is cute. While I'm shoving food in my mouth. Now, my brother was upstairs with his girlfriend, Stephanie. That's how she sounded, Stephanie. And, we're sitting in the car. The car's not on. The windows are down. I'm eating. And he was eating? He was eating fries. Nasty. And so my brother's in the window like, who that? And I'm like, mind your business. We're just sitting in front of the house in the middle of the day. It was like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. It was like 10 o'clock at night. So my brother comes downstairs with Stephanie, and he has on like house clothes. He looks like somebody's crazy ass grandfather. And he's like, who your friend? And I'm like, who is your dermatologist? Why are you out here with no lotion on your knees? Just go upstairs and mind your business. And he's freaking out, right? So he demands that this dude tell him who he is. I'm in this dude's ear, and I'm like, don't worry about this. Don't pay him no mind. He's bored and acting out. So the guy's ignoring him, right? Like he gave him like a bunch of fake names. We think it's hilarious. I'm dumping my chicken nuggets into the honey barbecue sauce. That was funny. Oh my God. Beanie Man, you are hilarious, because he was Jamaican. So my brother comes out and starts smacking his hands into this dude's window, right? Which is weird, because he doesn't have the temper, and he's not like that. I'm like, what? What is happening? He hit the window so hard that I thought he was going to break it. So we're sitting in the car like, what is this fool doing? Stephanie comes down and she's like, Marie, you should just step out of the car, okay? Just come on out. I'm like, you don't know me, Stephanie. Don't talk to me like you know me. Mind your business. And she's like, I just want to give you a hug and welcome you into my arms. I'm like, that's not what we're doing out here. I'm eating my fries with Sean Paul. Leave us alone. So my brother hits his window and the dude is like, oh, I'm gonna pop the trunk. And I was like, pop the trunk? I knew he's being a dick, but you don't need to kill him, because you know when people pop the trunk, there's never anything good in the trunk. They're going back there to get weapons and stuff, okay? They're not going back there to get an edible arrangement. It's always something bad. So he popped the trunk and I'm like, wait a minute now. He's being reckless right now, but this is still my brother. You're not gonna be popping trunks on nobody. He was like, too late, already hit the button. My brother heard the trunk pop and he was like, I get what you need to get then, partner. And I'm like, we don't say partner. This is New York. We don't speak like that. Thank you, T.I., but no thank you, T.I. Stephanie's crying her beige tears in the middle of the street. What's happening? Oh my God, Marie, just get out of the car. And I'm like, but I'm not done with my chicken nuggets. But also, I'm like, you're not gonna be popping the trunk on my bro, Ham, right? So he gets up, my brother backs up so he can get what he's getting. I'm like, why would you not just shut the trunk after he popped it? Like, I would have sat on the trunk if that was me, but you know, I'm not a fighter. I'm an instigator. So he comes back from the trunk and he has a bat. And I'm like, oh, I know you play baseball. That sport is so boring. It's a bat. He's not swinging it yet, but he has a bat. My brother was like, all right, do what you need to do. Now, it's like 11 o'clock at night. My mother gets off work at 11 o'clock at night. She pulls into the driveway at 11:15. Whatever's happening needs to be wrapped up before my mom gets here, okay? Because I'm not supposed to be in this boy's car, okay? I'm not supposed to be eating this fast food, okay? Stephanie's not supposed to be there, but she's there. And my sister comes out on the stoop, and she looks like somebody's grandma. She's wearing like a nightgown. Her hair is wrapped. I think she had on like a face mask. She got on glasses. I think there was a chain on the glasses. She was like, why don't you just come on in the house? I was like, you gotta go. You need to go inside. So they're yelling and arguing at each other. I'm like, I'm going home. Elephant man, you can go. I'm saying to my brother, you have to leave him alone. Out of nowhere, this guy who lives across the street who's cool with my brother comes running down his driveway with a giant machete axe thing, okay? And he's like, it's a problem out here. Do you need me to handle the situation? And I'm like, no, I don't need you. He's like, I'm not, somebody messing with Marie. I'm like, whoa, Paul Bunyan, you're not making this any better than it already is. And he's like, do I need to cut somebody? What limb? What we cutting off? And my brother's like, nah, he about to leave because he can't be that stupid. I'm like, I'm not even in the car no more. I'm in the house. Like, everybody needs to just chill. I'm like, yo, Sean Kingston, peace out. Goodbye. It's like 11:10. It's 11:10, okay? My mother's going to be home in 4 minutes. Okay? I'm like, everybody just go. There's a crowd forming. There's people in the window like this. It's people coming out on the street holding their robes closed. It's people outside shaving with no shirt on because they're like, well, what's happening out here? Y'all are always watching our drama. Let us watch your drama tonight because we got a nosy family. So, Elephant Man left. Paul Bunyan and his axe were talking to me like, well, this is your brother. He's allowed to protect you. This man was disrespecting him by not introducing himself. I was like, what? What? No. Stephanie is crying, and she's like, I just want to go home. My mother pulled up at 11:14. Okay? Just after everything had happened. And she was like, why are all these people outside? I was like, somebody got into a fight? She was like, all right, well, don't stay out here too long. And then she went in the house, and I was like, phew. If you have a story of a brother or a father or somebody being crazy overprotective, I would love to hear it. If you're somebody who acts crazy in situations like this, I'd love to hear that and maybe send you a Groupon code to a therapist. Feel free to go on the gram and wish him a happy birthday and tell him to check himself before he wrecks himself. Call when you get home. Also, when you're on your way back from Wendy's, holla at me, okay? I want to make sure you got me the right sauce.